Thank you so much again for joining me on my mat. I hope you're all doing really well at home, and thank you for coming on to the Alamelu YouTube channel. Today's class is a yang style of class, so a little bit more energy, a little bit more fiery, and we're going to be working through a Vinyasa flow series and coming down into seated postures to finish. The theme of this class, and there's another theme which will be carried on into a yin style as well as a meditation, is the idea of wringing out any tensions, anything built up in the body, and then returning ourselves back to centre. So we're going to be taking our time to move and groove and twist, and then really coming back to a posture that enables us to take a moment to find our composure, and take a moment for anything to come up. So any emotions, any senses in the body, just to draw ourselves back to our centre point. So really finding those balances, similar to a metaphor for life, that we can often feel very uncomfortable in certain situations and postures, but ideally when we draw ourselves back to centre, we can feel almost purified, cleansed, and can feel a lot more wholesome and a lot stronger when we come from a place from our heart centre. So we're going to start in a comfortable seat as always. Of course, if you have any niggles, if you have any injuries, be really mindful. If you're new to yoga, this should be really suitable for you as well. There's always modifications, there's always variations of the posture. Just be mindful wherever you are. If something doesn't feel good, gently come out of the posture. Come into a child's pose, a wrestle pose, skip vinyasas, do whatever you need to do. Remember, this is your practice. So a comfortable seat. Using a block, I have one just underneath my sitting bones to lift my hips a little bit higher than my knees. Allowing the hands to gently fall on top of the thighs, on top of the knees, giving the shoulders a nice roll all the way back up and down. Tucking the chin into the chest, closing down the eyes, or just moving your gaze to the very top edge of your mat. And starting just to find your breath. And noticing when you've come onto the mat on this occasion where your breath is most prominent. So where you feel the sensation the most. Maybe it's through the nostrils, the back of the throat, or perhaps the rise and fall of your belly. And allow the rise and fall to happen, inhaling and exhale. On this occasion, inhaling through the nose and taking the sigh, exhaling out of your mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of your mouth. Taking your tongue to the roof of the mouth, pursing your lips together. And when you're ready, slowly taking your left hand across to your right knee, perhaps keeping those eyes closed so you're not bringing the outside world in quite yet. Dropping your head down and coming to a really easy twist. Not too much effort, so not pulling on the thigh or using that right hand to really twist. And then when you're ready, inhale, draw yourself back through centre. Really channel your breath through the midline of the body. Taking a moment for that little bit of calm, peaceful state. Slowing the breath down with every inhalation, every exhalation, moving the breath a little bit deeper, slowing the breath. And then when you're ready, right hand across the left knee and just taking the left fingertips behind you. Really gentle, subtle twist. Drawing the belly in. Sitting lovely and tall on your sitting bones, connecting your feet into the mat, into the earth. Not too much forcing or striving with the breath, and then when you're ready, slowly move yourself back through centre. Giving the shoulders a nice roll all the way back up and down. Moving your thumbs all the way through to your heart space, right at the centre of your chest. If you have a devotion, a purpose, an intention for your practice, perhaps you allow that to come into your mind's eye now. And if you're here just to move and groove, for your physical practice, that's also perfect. When you're ready, bow the head. Release your fingertips down to your mat. Swing those legs around and come into your first child's pose. So as you drop your hips all the way down towards your heels, your knees can be as wide as you like, so your child's pose. However it feels good. Allow your chest and your heart to drop through. Perhaps the forehead comes to the mat and you can gently massage out the forehead. You're going to start to move that left hand a little bit further around and allow the right hand to join, coming into a lateral child's pose. You can drop the right elbow down to the mat and gaze underneath the left. Big toes touching if that feels good to do so. Don't worry if you still need a block behind to support you, or perhaps in a cushion or a blanket. Keep breathing on this side, breathing into the right lung, opening up the side of the body. And then when you're ready, start to walk your hands back through center. Turn the palms to face upwards. Bow again. Come right back to your breath. Take a moment to return. Rebound and then begin to walk the right hand over, the left hand follows. Gaze underneath the right armpit, slightly turning and opening yourself out. Underneath the right hand side, dropping the ear, the side of the head onto the left bicep. Gazing underneath the right shoulder. Long, slow, steady breaths. Notice how you feel in this posture. Notice what's coming up. And then when you're ready, start to move yourself back through center. Forehead to the mat. Come up onto the fingertips this time, tenting the hands. Really making an effort to press your fingertips into the mat. Using them like little sucker cups today to support us. Especially your thumb tip, that thumb side. And then when you're ready, begin to round up through the spine. Arriving into tabletop. From your tabletop posture, you're going to start to walk the hands just one hand print further away, and you can even rock those hips back a little bit more. Just move in and out, take a moment. Dropping the hips down. Don't worry if the hips don't touch or the bums don't touch the heels. On your inhale, round through the spine, come up and drop the hips just enough to allow the chest to come through. You're going to start to take these, moving from child's pose, Vinyasa, through to a variation of a cobra. Back and down. Notice how your lower back feels, so warming up through the spine. You can always draw your hands a little bit closer and just start to feel the chest open. Take the legs as wide as you like to. The wider they are, the less intense the pose. Eyes at the elbows, rolling forwards. Shoulder blades keeping down into your back. Taking a few more of these in your own time. Breathing in and breathing out. Exhaling down into child's pose. And then when you're ready, this time taking yourself all the way down to the mat, legs nice and wide, moving forwards into a Sphinx pose. As you come into Sphinx, keep the legs lovely and wide. Keep the shoulders rolling back, pressing firmly into the fingertips. The chin pushed into the chest a little bit more. And then when you're ready, you're going to gaze over that right shoulder, a little twist. Come back through center. Gaze over the left shoulder. Come back through center. Slowly lower, belly, forehead down to the mat. Take the fingertips lovely and wide here. Elbows coming up, so you're creating a right angle. On your inhale, carve with the nose. Lead with the crown of the head, lead with the chest. And come up as high as you'd like to. So perhaps you're just coming up so the belly button stays on the mat. Or perhaps you're able to lift a little bit higher. On your exhale, you're going to move all the way back down. Imagine a nice long spine. Inhale, come up. On this occasion, you're going to lower your right shoulder down to the mat and gaze up towards your left elbow. Inhale, peel the chest and the heart back up. Exhale, lower. Left shoulder and gaze at your right elbow. Inhale, rise and come back up. Maybe you come up a little bit higher this time. Smile. And then on your exhale, lower. Right shoulder, gaze at your left. Keep tensing your bum, protecting the lower back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left shoulder. Gaze at that right elbow. Inhale, rise and lift. And finally again into that gecko pose. And then when you're ready, lower all the way back down to the mat. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, lift yourself up, back and down into Vinyasa, child's pose. Fingertips active, stretching away. Take the knees as wide or as narrow as you like. A moment here. Inhale, rise up onto all fours. When you're ready, first finger points forward, so those elbows roll inwards. Draw the belly button under. Gaze between your thighs or at your navel at your belly button. Begin to push and lift the hips all the way up, nice and high, inhaling. And on your exhale, as much as you can, lower those heels into the mat. Coming into your first down face dog. Svanasana. Fingertips spreading wide. Allow the head, the neck and the shoulders just to release a little bit. Keep firmly pressing through the thumb side of your wrist. Toes turning in, heels turning out. If you like to pedal, if you like to move around here, definitely do so. Perhaps keep that twisting action going. Dropping the knees in, allowing the hips to move. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keep drawing the belly in. Drawing the rib cage in. Head nice and heavy. When you're ready, look between the space in your hands. Start to slowly walk or step. If you're ready for a jump, definitely take that to the very top edge of your mat. Big toes come to touch. Bend through the knees, really strong here. So you allow your chest and your thighs to fall onto them. Inhale is halfway lift. Hands onto your shins. Or hands onto the mat, gaze forwards. Exhale, come back into Uttanasana, forward fold. On your inhale, place your hands on your hips, root to rise, soften through the knees and come all the way up. Squeeze your elbows together, open up through chest and heart. And on your exhale, return through to center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a moment there. Ground down through your feet, find full corners. Energize through your thighs, tuck your tailbone under, lower the rib cage. Keep the chest and heart open, nod the chin. On your next inhale, take the arms all the way up and overhead, Vinyasa. On your exhale, melt, forward fold, devotion down to the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale as your halfway lift, gazing pose, flat back. Exhale, lower. Step back, long strike the left, take a moment there. Ground down through your palms, your fingertips. Slide the right leg back to meet your left, high plank pose. Nice and strong, elbows wrapping, knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskar, elbows drawing in. Release the tops of your feet. Roll the shoulder blades back into their place and lift through, carving through your nose again. Leading with the crown of the head into low-bladed cobra. Exhale, lower forehead back down to the mat. Curl the toes under, lift yourself up. You're welcome to rock through a child pose first, and then lift all the way up, back and down into your down face dog. Find the alignment that works for you. Rock through the hips in and out of them if it feels good. Release the head. Taking our 3 breaths here to start with. 2 more when you're ready, exhaling. You're very welcome to exhale out of the mouth if it feels good. Sigh, release. Find some stillness. Last breath, inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, look between the space in your hands. Stepping your left foot to replace your left thumb. Walk your fingertips forwards just enough to step the right foot in to meet your left, big toes touching. Inhale, halfway lift, shins block, or onto your mat. Exhale, take your forward fold, elbows wide. On your inhale, soften your knees a little bit more, push your hips back, squeeze your shoulders, root to rise. Come all the way up, arch back, and return back to Tadasana. So our sun salutation variation, we're going to take 2 more rounds. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, take your forward fold, devotion to the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, gazing, Ardha. Exhale, lower. Step back with the right foot this time first. Take a moment to ground down and then slide the left foot back. You can move your gaze forwards, then lower through the knees, chest and chin, elbows in. Release the tops of your feet. Tuck the chin into the chest, roll the shoulders back, and lift into your cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Again, make your way back through a child's pose, through a loaded beast, And then lift yourself all the way back up and down into your down face dog. Release any tension through the neck. Keep the fingertips lovely and wide. Toes turning in, heels turning out. Just 2 breaths this time, so 1 more inhale. And exhale. When you inhale, look between the space in your hands. Long stride forwards with the right foot. Walk the fingertips forwards to set the left foot also in. Inhale is halfway lift, gazing pose. Exhale, take your forward fold. When you're ready, hands onto the hips, soften through the knees. Ground down through the 4 corners of your feet and root to rise. Come all the way up. Sliding the hands behind you, opening up through the chest and the heart. Draw your hands all the way back through to heart center. On the inhale, arms come all the way up, overhead. Exhale, take your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha, gazing pose. Exhale, lower. This time, step or jump yourself back, your choice. Option to take a chaturanga here, rolling onto the front of the toes. Gazes forwards, lowering the elbows to 90 degrees. Chin to chest as you lift onto the top of the feet. Open up through chest and heart. Exhale, the chin tucks back in. You gaze at your belly button between the thighs and rock yourself straight back into your down dog. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. Moving on from there, we're going to step our feet together. Big toes come to touch. Inhale, lift through the right leg. Don't worry about the height of the leg. You can definitely keep the hip nice and square. Or if it feels good, you can raise up a little bit higher. Open the hip. Squeeze your heel towards your bum. Breathing in and breathing out. On your inhale, straighten the leg once again. On your exhale, slide the knee between your hands, right by your thumbs. Come up onto the fingertips and gaze forwards. Push through the back toes. Ground down through the hands once again. Inhale, lift the right leg all the way back up to the heavens. This time exhaling, taking that right knee towards your left wrist, dropping the knee down, rolling onto the inside of the left foot, opening up through the left arm, half fold and start. Exhale, left hand comes right back down to the mat. Sliding the right leg either back through down dog or straight up into the heavens for 3-legged dog. On this exhale, you're going to step that right leg. Again, the same option, the knee goes down, or this time to the outside, coming onto the knife edge of the foot, dropping onto the inside of the left, and coming into your full fallen star. Pressing weight through the thumb side of your wrist. Gazing up or gazing down, lifting the hips. Exhale, take the left hand back down to the mat. Sliding the right leg back into down dog or lifting straight up into 3-legged dog. And on your exhale, lowering the right foot down to the mat. Breathing in down dog, or there's always the option here of coming onto the knees and releasing into your child's pose. Forehead to the mat, palms facing upwards if it feels good to do so. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and exhale. You're very welcome to release any tension through the wrists by giving them a roll, stretching them out, releasing any tension, and then when you're ready, rising back up, drawing the belly button under, tucking the tailbone and lifting back into your down face dog. Inhaling and exhale. On your inhale, right and left foot come to touch at the very back edge. Inhale, lift through the left leg again. You keep the hips square. Or you're welcome to open up through that hip, equal weight through both arms. Squeeze that heel towards your bum. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lift through the left leg. And exhale, slide the left knee right between your hands, dropping them right by your thumbs. Come up onto the fingertips, open up through your chest and your heart. Keep pushing through that back leg. Breathing in and breathing out. Lower down onto the palms, inhale, lift. Left leg comes all the way back up to the heavens. And this time, exhale, dropping the right knee towards the elbow, the wrist, it drops down onto the mat, rolling instep of the right, pressing firmly down through the left side of the thumb, and open up through the right arm and the chest. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand down to the mat. Lift the left leg back through down dog, or lift back up into your three-legged dog. Last time, inhale. Exhale, this time lowering the foot to the outside or the knee. Drop down onto the right foot, inner edge of the foot, and again open up through chest and heart. Keep lifting up and out of that left shoulder. Keep drawing the belly in and lifting your hips nice and high. Squeeze your bum. Exhale, right hand back down to the mat. Inhale, the left leg comes all the way back up. Again, squaring off the hips. And then when you're ready, from there, you're going to lower the left foot back down to the mat. Option to take a Vinyasa here, or to skip the Vinyasa. Releasing, inhale, up dog. Cobra, king cobra, baby cobra of your choice. Chin to chest as you move your way back through child's pose or into your down dog. Palms facing up, inhaling. Exhale. Take a moment to return to center. If it feels good, you can join the palms out ahead of you. And really think about that central channel down your spine, all the way in towards your sitting bones. And moving all the way up through your center of your body, leading out through the crown of your head. Breathing in and breathing out. Plant down through the hands. Inhale, rise, come up onto all fours. Curl the toes under, lift yourself up, back and down. Down face dog once again. Move, pedal the feet. If it feels good to do so, sway the hips. Big toes come to touch. Inhale, lift through the right leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Perhaps get a little bit more of a variation of a twist this time. Pressing firmly down through the left side. Gazing underneath your right shoulder. Opening up a little bit more. On the inhale, lift through the right leg. On your exhale, start to move your gaze forward and drop the right foot to the very outside of the right hand. Nice and strong through that left arm. When you're ready, you're going to drop onto the back knee. Keep the toe curled under. Slide the right hand onto the left shoulder. Inhale, slide the hand across your collarbone and open back up into that twist. Exhale, hand comes back down to the earth. Take a moment there. Inhale, hands onto the left shoulder, across your collarbone. And inhale, open up through that side. Firmly pressing your weight into the top right toe, big toe. Exhale, release back down. Last one. Inhale, open up. Keep lifting up and out of the left shoulder. Lifting up through the right fingertips. Breathing in and breathing out. From there, you're going to slide that right hand a little bit lower so you gaze over, and you can definitely come up onto the fingertips here or use a block to bring the earth a little bit closer. Strong twist. When you're ready, you're going to make the gesture of either picking up the back foot and just squeezing the heel back in towards your bum, working that hamstring a little bit more. You're very welcome to come onto the knife edge of the foot, a little bit more like a twist. And you can take hold of the back leg, pushing it away or drawing it back in. Totally up to you. Work with what feels good here. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release the back foot. Slide the right hand all the way back through. When you're ready, you're going to come up onto the back leg, off the back knee, and step that left foot to the very outside. Option here is to stay tall in a yogi squat variation. Pushing your hips backwards, grinding down through the full corners of your feet. If you know you have a yogi squat in your practice, you can lower the hips down. Take your elbows to the fleshy part of the knee. Lift yourself up and out and just rock from side to side. Get those legs going, get the hips going. If you're up a little bit higher, the hands or the elbows can come down. On your next inhalation, left hand either onto the ankle, to the mat, to the floor, and begin to twist and open up through that right side. Breathing in here. Exhale, hands back through heart center wherever you are. So even if you're up tall, perfect, stay there. If you're nice and low, keep those thumbs at heart center if you can. This time, right hand wrapping firmly across that right knee, or perhaps just still up tall, and then open up through that left side. So use wherever you are that right hand to lever you around. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, hands back through heart center. And on the exhale, begin to tip your hips up and back, taking hold of your ankles. Two peace fingers to hold onto your big toes and come into that forward fold. Tipping your hips upwards, bending through the elbows. Breathing in and breathing out. Right knee begins to bend, left hand comes to the center of the mat or to your block. On your inhalation, you're going to take the left arm all the way back up to the heavens. Come back through to the twist. On your exhale, left hand comes back down. Soften through the left knee, straighten through the right, switching sides. Right arm all the way up. Keep lengthening through your spine, no tension through the neck. Exhale, drop yourself back down. You can move the block just to the side. Elbows can come wide again. Forward fold. Soften through the knees, drop back into your yogi squat. And then when you're ready, fingertips down to the mat. Take a moment to center yourself before you slide that left leg back behind you. Left hand down, inhale, open, easy twist. Gazing up towards the right fingertips, pressing firmly into the toes. Exhale, right hand down to meet the left. Step that right foot back to meet your left, down face dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Big toes come to touch. Inhale, lift through the left leg, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee, squeeze that heel towards your bum cheek. Keep firmly pressing into the right toes. When you're ready, inhale, straighten through the left leg. Gazes forwards and step the left foot to the very outside of those left fingertips. Drop down onto the back knee. Slide the left hand onto the top of the right shoulder. Across your collarbone as you inhale and open up through the left arm. On your exhale, take the left hand all the way back down to the mat. Left hand, right shoulder, sliding across. Inhale, open up, see if you can go a little bit further this time. And exhale, take the hand back down. Notice if you need to turn the right hand around to open the elbow just a little bit more. Left hand, shoulder, inhale, open up. And exhale, return the hand to the mat. When you're ready, start to lift up onto those back toes. Just a little bit more, take a moment to center. And this time you're going to sweep the hand all the way around. Gazing over that back shoulder, fingertips. Begin to lift through the back leg. Again, it could just be a gesture, using that hamstring to draw the knee in, or through the ankle in. You can come onto the knife edge of those left toes, turning your hand on that right side around, rolling the shoulder outwards, pressing firmly into the thumb side of the wrist, the stronger side of the wrist. Taking hold, moving the foot away from you to open the chest, or drawing the foot in for a little bit more of a stretch on your quad using your bicep. When you're ready, release. Draw the hand all the way back over, fingertips back down to the mat, come off the back knee and step that right foot to the very outside. Again, see if you can challenge yourself a little bit more this time. Perhaps this time you come up high and you take one twist, left fingertips down to the mat, right arm all the way up. Perhaps there's even a little bind this time as you take those left hands round. You drop the right fingertips behind you, palm facing away, and you grip both hands. Inhale, roll back through center. Exhale, right hand to the very outside. Inhale, open up through the left, perhaps turning the palm to face away from you, and then taking your bind through the right side. Inhaling, exhale. Back through center. If you're up taller, you're going to lift the hips, the tailbone up high. Take hold, ankles, shin, peace fingers round, elbows wide. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to give you the option from there of either again taking your twist, left hand and right hand. If you have a variation of an arm balance, perhaps Titi Basana, Stacking your elbows behind you like a ledge, like chaturanga arms. Gripping through the fingertips and just allowing your gaze to move forwards. Option to stay there or to walk the feet in. Come into the variation of your choice. Releasing and then again tipping the hips forward. So take your time if you're working with the arm balance. When you're ready, fingertips to the mat. Slide that right leg all the way back. Inhale, lift through the left arm, easy twist. Exhale, return the left hand down to the mat. When you're ready from there, you're going to step the left foot back to meet your right. Come back into your down face dog. Fingertips spreading lovely and wide. Chin to chest, drawing the rib cage in. Inhaling. Exhale, last slow. From there, we're going to bend our knees. Keep our feet at hip distance. We're going to slide that right foot on top of the left thigh, coming into a figure four. Inhale here. Exhale, keep the shape of the right leg. Drop the right foot, the ankle, down towards the left wrist. Right knee towards the right wrist, and then stay up lovely and tall. As we stay up tall, we're going to start to walk the left foot and knee, left foot, left knee behind us. Trying to keep the squareness in the hips as we lower down into pigeon pose. And really think about in this pigeon that you're one straight line, so a little glance back to check that the foot isn't sickling. Or perhaps you like to lower. So this is a moment here where we're going to really come back to center. Thumbs to our third eye space. Breathing in and breathing out. If you like a twist or any other variation, perhaps you begin to slide that left hand underneath your right, dropping yourself onto your left side of the head, left ear. And you can keep the right hand there, or you can send your right hand behind you. Holding, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths wherever you are, if you're still just centering. Or perhaps you've come up a little bit higher and you've taken a twist, taking hold of the back leg. Lots of variations in our king pigeon pose. And then when you're ready, unravel from wherever you are. Draw the elbows back out in front of you. The thumbs come back down to your third eye space. Come back through to center. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice and strong. Plant down through the hands. Slide yourself up onto that left toe. Lift that right knee out to the side and drop yourself back into half rock. So right toes turning up. You're welcome to come onto the forearms, or perhaps you drop yourself all the way down. Taking a moment here just to center again, to feel the rise and fall of your belly. Breathing in and breathing out. No tension through the shoulders. Placing a little bit of effort around the knee, around the hip to keep pushing it down, squaring up the hips. And then when you're ready, lifting through the right arm, and once again we're going to slide that left arm underneath, perhaps taking a hold and drawing that right elbow down to the mat, coming into a deep spinal twist. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. So really focusing on breathing into side ribs, breathing into your back body. If it's too strong, you can always place blocks underneath the knee. One more breath wherever you are. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, take the right arm all the way back round. Ground down through the right arm, lift back through and slide that right leg back into your Sphinx pose. Rock the hips from side to side, just release a moment. Hands underneath the shoulders. Option from there, work through child's pose into your down dog. If you're feeling strong, you curl those toes under, you draw your belly in, you push yourself all the way up into your plank pose, protracting all the way through your shoulders, and then rolling yourself back into your down face dog. Option for a vinyasa here if you want a little bit more energy, a little bit more fire, otherwise stay in your down face dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Begin to bend through the knees, tip the tailbone up a little bit higher, slide that left ankle on top, flexing the foot to protect the knees, coming into that figure four. And then when you're ready, when you gaze forward, you're going to drop that left ankle towards your right wrist, knee dropping down onto the floor, and then again, come up onto the fingertips, and we want to stay high here, so we're going to knee toe that back leg behind us, so much so that we find that length, firmly pressing into the back foot, keeping the chest nice and open. And don't worry about this front shin squaring up there. That might happen with time, but it might not. And then when you're ready, just taking a forward fold if it feels good. You can always bring your blocks into this pose to bring the earth closer. Thumbs to the third eye space, shoulders relaxing. Going back to your center. Breathing in and breathing out. And again, you've got lots of options in this pigeon pose. If you're ready for a slight twist or variation, you can roll that right arm underneath, coming onto the head. If you have the block still, you can take the left hand around you, take hold of the foot perhaps on that side. You can even take hold of that back leg, drawing it in, breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling and exhale. Taking one more breath here, perhaps coming up a little bit higher if you'd like to, and just taking a twist variation to draw the back leg in for a moment. And then when you're ready, lots of energy through those fingertips to lift the left knee up. Take it out to the side, flex through the toes, and bring yourself down into your half rock. So you might need to wriggle yourself to the right just enough. Keep firmly pressing into the left knee, the left hip. You can always lower it fully down. Hands, back of the hands for the head to support. Release the tension through the shoulders, but keep being active through the legs. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. And you know where we're going, back through into a twist, so right hand underneath this time, taking hold of the left leg, opening through that left shoulder, dropping it all the way down, coming into the deep spinal twist. Don't worry again if that shoulder's not dropping all the way down. You can support it, use a blanket, cushion. You can even place something underneath the knee on this side. And perhaps cactus the arm, or just drop the fingertips onto the hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Breathing all the way into your side body, your back ribs. Full deep breaths, even in a twist, and notice if there's anything coming up, if there's any tension, if you're holding onto those hips, and then when you're ready, your left hand comes back through. Drawing yourself back round, releasing the back leg into a Sphinx pose, just for a moment, release the tension in the hips. Hands underneath the shoulders, again you've got the option of working through a child's pose, down dog, where you curl the toes under, you draw the belly in, and you press all the way up. Exhaling into your down face dog. Final vinyasa if you'd like to. Inhale, coming forwards, gazes forwards. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Releasing the top of the feet, drawing chin to chest, and lifting back through into your king cobra. Exhale, back and down, down face dog. 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shake the head. And exhale out of the mouth. Look between the space in your hands. You're going to step, jump or float. Perhaps take left foot towards right wrist, right foot towards left wrist, and drop yourself into a comfortable seat. Rolling the shoulders back up and down, releasing the head, the neck. Just coming into this seated cross-leg posture. Taking a moment here just to settle. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Taking our final seated posture, so we're going to work through this right leg. So still staying in a sukhasana with the underneath leg. Right leg is going to come all the way up, and we're just going to move it back and forth like a bow and arrow. So back beyond your shoulder and then back through. Beyond the shoulder and back through. From there, crossing the left hand over to the outside of the right foot, making sure that that foot isn't creeping in or inverting. We're going to keep it pulling out and tracking with our hip. Right arm is going to come all the way around, so we're sitting lovely and tall. Back into that twist. And breathing in. Breathing out. So keep sitting on those sitting bones. If you need to bend off the knee, don't worry, that's perfect where you are. Use the fingertips to support. And then when you're ready, right hand is going to sweep all the way back around to the inside of the foot this time, and you're just going to hold the leg there in this hamstring stretch. Sitting tall. Release the hands. Coming into a half Navasana. See how long you can hold the leg up there. Turn the palms to face up, draw your belly and use your core, and then slowly lower the leg down. Left foot to the inside. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, taking a forward fold over that front leg, so slightly twisting into Janu Shirsasana. Left hand can come across the outside wherever you are, and right hand is going to come behind you for a variation. So we get a little bit more of a stretch there in our IT bands here. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, lift halfway, sweeping the hands out in front. Exhale, rise and come all the way up. That right foot is going to come on top of the left knee. Right knee, is in line with the left ankle. Move the flash from your bottom, sit tall. Perhaps you're sitting on a block at this point and that works perfectly as well. Perhaps you've got lots of space beyond your knee like I have today. And then when you're ready, right arm is underneath. You're going to take hold of opposite shoulder and really draw your fingertips around you. Give yourself a hug and then lift through both arms. Forearms come to touch. Perhaps you grab the fingertips coming into eagle arms. Close down the eyes or gaze at that space where the wrists are crossed, drawing your shoulder blades away. Find your breath. Find your center. Really feel the force drawing you inwards with the arms. On your inhale, you're going to open up through the chest and the heart, expand. On the exhale, close the forearms back together, and as you do so, take a forward fold. Imagine reaching those elbows beyond the block, beyond something. Your forearms can come down to the mat, thumbs back to your third eye space, shoulders away from the ears, coming into that forward fold. Centering ourselves there, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Releasing the hands, lifting yourself all the way back up, taking the opposite cross of the leg, and then from there, whipping that left leg back, and then again, inhale, drawing the leg forwards. You can definitely keep a soft knee, and then taking that knee back. Inhale, sitting tall, the leg goes forwards like a bow and arrow, moving in and out of the hip, creating that space. And then when you're ready, as you lengthen through the leg, this time, you're going to take a hold of the outside of the foot with the right arm. Inhale, sweep that left arm all the way behind you and sit lovely and tall. Making sure that leg then is tracking down that one space rather than turning inwards. Keep the foot nice and active by working through your big toe. Come up onto the fingertips and hold there, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, sweep the left arm all the way around to the very outside of the left foot. Just take a moment to hold there, sitting really tall on your sitting bones. Crossing the arms, you can really draw the leg up if it feels good. Definitely bend off the knee if it feels a little bit better. And you can use a strap here as well. And then when you're ready, you're going to stay nice and balanced. You're going to turn the palms to face upwards, keep the belly drawing in, and you're slowly coming through half Navasana, going to lower the leg all the way down to the mat. Right foot comes into the instep, inhale, take the arms all the way up. Turning your body just enough to come over the left leg, exhale, taking your forward fold. As you take the forward fold, perhaps the right hand comes across, and once again you sweep that left hand behind you. Gazing towards your left hip, focusing on the IT band, focusing on the hamstring stretching, the glute stretching. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. Inhale, work yourself back through center, taking a moment there, lifting halfway. Exhale, come all the way up. Planting the left ankle on top of the right knee, squaring your shins with the top edge of the mat in fire log or square pose. Making sure you've got energy in those feet, so the feet are flexing here. And when you look down, you should see that triangle. From there, the left arm is underneath this time, and you're going to take hold of opposite shoulder. Lift through the forearms. You may stay there, or perhaps you take the extra wrap. Holding there. Full breaths. Strong gaze. Inhaling. And exhale. From there, inhaling, open through chest and heart, cactus, trident the arms. Exhale, draw the hands in, draw the belly in. And then lower the forearms as you reach forwards, down to the mat. Thumbs to the third eye space, breathing here, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Holding there, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Slowly release the fingertips, lift yourself all the way up into a comfortable seat. We're going to close in a seated posture here, so you can release your legs into more of a Sukhasana or perhaps even to a Baddha Konasana, whatever feels comfortable. If you prefer Shavasana and you know you have a little bit more time to stay there, that's perfect. If you have even more time, you can follow on this class with the same theme in a yin variation to really balance out the sides of the body and balance out the styles in your practice with more deeper practices. If you're all done, find your comfortable seat. Drop your wrists to the backs of the knees. Close down the eyes. And come right back to a nice slow, low and deep breath. Belly rising and falling. So if you have more time, please stay. If you are ready to move on, begin to move your thumbs all the way through to your heart center. Come back to your purpose, your devotion, your intention for your practice. Inhale through the nose and exhale, sigh out of your mouth. Inhale, move your thumbs all the way to the space between your brows. Show yourself some gratitude, some love for coming onto your mats and for all the energy and hard work that you put in. Living your life to its fullest, embrace your life with passion, bowing to the divine in each and every one of you and saying thank you as always for coming onto your mats. Namaste.